would find you in the t-shirt and the jacket, standing in your shoes. Half-baked coming of age, falling over the truth. On my shoulders, in a moment, if only you knew. Here's something really could happen. Show me a little bit of sunshine coming in my life. When we're older and it's over, will this be a highlight? Climbing over the walls of this city, crying for company with you here with me. My back is turned. Will I ever learn? Here's something really could happen. Here's something really could happen. I'm too tempted. I lose my mind. It's a losing fight. I'm so climbing over the walls of this city, crying for company with you here with me. My back is turned. Will I ever learn? Here's something really could happen. Here's something really could happen. Has it been easy for you? I would put my arms out open wide this time and savor our goodbyes. We could go dancing slowly through the street where they can feed us, stop only to wipe the ice cream sundae dripping down your cheek. She frowns, 'cause it sounds like rock and roll in heaven now. Beneath your head, I lay you softly down to rest. We could wake up swimming somewhere in the sunshine with our closest friends. And now I know the way that your old smile decays. It still breaks my heart to tell you that I couldn't bring myself to stay around, 'cause it sounds like rock and roll in heaven now. In heaven now. In heaven now. Things have changed, like the photos you've been keeping are too torn to fit the frames, so I'll stay if I may. But we thought we'd never see the sun again after the January rain. Now it all is gone, it echoes in the evening sun, and I will hold my hands up, 'cause I am still the only one who ever understands how it slips like honey through your hands. And I will be there with an armchair when you simply cannot stand around, 'cause it sounds like rock and roll in heaven now. In heaven now. In heaven now. In heaven now. 'Cause it sounds like rock and roll in heaven now. Living only in straight lines. Met a girl on the south side of town, with her hair tied up and her eyes turned down. I said, "Hey, love, are you alright? I don't think that I've seen you around. Would you like to go out for coffee, holding hands while she can't understand she's leaving now? Did you ever know the way to mine. Oh, please don't stop me dreaming, 'cause we just can't stay. It would take some love to try and stay. Polka dots and high tops to stop different stages. The strength of what I had has gone in midsummer mayhem. Lay down on the floor, give me just a small glance. Look at you gazing, made me wish I had the chance. Face, blood, double vision. Can't seem to make a snap decision. Then maybe we'll be different from the usual names. The sun has come to greet us. See, we've been asking questions. Can't you see that's why I stopped giving you attention? Slighting of your skin, supernatural highlights. I'll hide in dark clouds in amongst the skyline. try, but I keep forgetting if I'll stay or if I'll go. Haste, blood, double vision. Can't seem to make a snap decision. That maybe we'll be different from them.
Hi, I'm Alex from Burst Radio, and I'm here with the lovely Blondes. We've just seen their brilliant live set in our In the Garden live lounge session. Hi guys, how are you?
Great, how are you? Yeah, very happy to be here.
Glad to hear it. So we've just heard some new songs, which will be unfamiliar to any Blondes fans. So that's Some Nerve and Supernatural Highlights, I think. Is this part of a new EP that's coming out soon?
Yeah, it is. So those two songs are like two of four that will be on the new EP, and that's being mixed and mastered at the moment. And the last song, Supernatural Highlights, is finished now, and so we think that will come out as a single first, and we're going to decide on a date for that and then post it on our socials very soon, probably today actually.
Yeah, by the time this interview's out, it'll probably be announced.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah. New singles.
Were they recorded recently or before lockdown? Has the release been delayed?
We had a nightmare recording them.
Yeah, so all those songs were recorded well before February, yeah, well before lockdown. Then lockdown happened, and we couldn't continue. We obviously moved back home, all five of us in different places, and then it just couldn't be fully mixed. It was in the mixing stage, and it never got finished. So we had to end up getting the files back and sending it to elsewhere to be mixed. So now one of my school friends is the producer of the EP. Is one of my school friends. So he was at York Uni. So he's answering that. That's fine. We've got another band member. Hello, you're amazing.
Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah. Well, so I definitely felt that the Honey and Coming of Age were definitely kind of a maturing of your sound compared to the first EP. Do you think the new EP will continue that development kind of in Blonde sound?
Well, we were just saying yesterday that looking at Moving School Forever and then looking at what we're writing now and what we're doing now, it's so much more mature, so much sonically just better.
Yeah.
And it's kind of got our vibe and our style now. Whereas we think Moving School Forever, they're all good songs, we all love playing and stuff, but these songs have more meaning and more depth to them. I mean, Alex and Willie are writing all the lyrics and stuff. They're actually writing from experience, and I wasn't there when they wrote Moving School Forever, but seeing now is more meaningful than Daydream.
Yeah, so Nothing's Cool Forever was that was just sort of more to practically to kind of get going as a band, because they were mainly demos that I had for a little while that I just sort of brought. It didn't really have a huge amount of sentimental value to them. More just kind of these are ideas. We were just looking for material to start with. We need original material as a band. You can't just play colours. So but I remember there was a practice session where someone was like, "Does anyone have anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've got some demos." So we just kind of built them out of ideas that I had to begin with. But whereas the songs that we've written since are more kind of we've actually written them as a band. We've actually gone away and decided to write material that is sort of got a meaning to it, or got a little bit more kind of thought behind it, if that makes sense.
I think we've got way more experience with layering like now.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the main difference that I've noticed between the first four and like the last, the next sort of set of songs is definitely like the layering way better. Just things like thinking about which guitarist can harmonise with what and all that kind of thing is,
Yeah. That's so interesting because you can definitely hear it, the way it translates into the new songs. It's actually very clear to hear. Do you think the creative process in terms of actually writing songs has changed a lot? Or do you think you'll keep doing kind of introducing a demo and then working on it together?
I think it's more collaborative now. Before, we were always coming up with ideas, but it was kind of more in the early stage. It was sort of complete ideas. Alex would come in with a demo on GarageBand, and you have almost every part already written.
Yeah.
Or something similar with me. I'd have like an acoustic song with every part sorted out. Whereas these, as I said, with these more recent songs, they're sort of more interesting in terms of layering, but they're more collaborative. A lot of the recent songs have maybe started out with an idea Alex has had or an idea I've had, but then the others have got involved and like the songs got better in practices, in rehearsal.
Yeah.
So it's much more collaborative.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I think because four of us live together now, it means we have like 2 guitars down here anyway. Like we just pick up a guitar in the morning, basically, and they write something.
Yeah.
We just build on that, and like that really does help. And obviously, Mark comes around like every day anyway. So, it's having like a space where we all are. It's like 24/7. It's quite helpful because if every day at least someone plays a guitar.
Yeah.
If not, then someone's badly wrong. Yeah. I think it feels so much more like meaningful as a group when you write a song together. It's very easy to just sort of have like, not as it like a one-man show, but it's kind of like you just play someone else's song. I think like, for example, like The Neighbourhood, the ending just came together in a practice.
Yeah.
The outro, I think,
And that's a really cool ending. Yeah, I like that ending, yeah.
One of my favourite parts of the first EP, and it was just like, you just sort of sang a riff,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden we just kind of were like, oh, let's do that again.
Yeah.
And it just like kind of brings everyone together on a song, and it's sort of like a
It was very much like a sort of bonding experience.
Yeah.
So when we all had that moment when you look at each other like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be good when we do that on stage.
Yeah.
So it's very much like it feels like more of a kind of team effort when you put a song together. You have more of a kind of feeling of ownership over a song, I think.
Yeah. Oh, great. Do you think the new ones will translate well into kind of your live sets? Especially if they can.
Yeah, I mean, because we've been playing them for a hell of a lot longer than we've had them ready to go, recording wise. Because we basically had a second EP or at least a few singles worth of material. By the time that we started promoting the first EP, we were already playing them in our set list. We just didn't have the financial means to go record a second EP.
Yeah.
So it was very much like we want people to hear them, but we haven't had a chance to put them, to pay for it. I don't know, people have we've had a really good reception from it. So for example, Coming of Age, when we were like, oh, we're going to put out a new single. Hello, Sean. When we were like, we're going to put out a new single, we had people commenting on our Instagram posts, being like, oh, I'm really hoping Coming of Age, and people messaging us like, oh, can't wait to hear this Coming of Age tune. So we've had experiences where the songs have almost translated into live sets better before we even recorded them. So we know they do kind of work live, which is nice.
And Similar Sounds, which isn't in what we play for you, is releasing that, and that's the outcome of that.
Yeah, that's been on our set list for
2 years.
Yeah, ages.
Yeah.
My old housemate is fuming about it because he's come to every single show and he's been waiting to hear this song in a studio recording. He's like, when's that one that goes da 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 da? I'm like, it's coming, don't worry.
Yeah, brilliant. Do you? Because I saw you. So before lockdown, you'd supported people like Zuzu and Blackwater, so established bands. Do you have any plans for live music in the future? Have you tried to organise sort of tour or something, or are you waiting and seeing how the situation develops?
Well, we did get. We have one gig that's that's been booked in the distant future. They're going to be in February. And that's supporting a band called Violet, who also supports at the Blackwaters gig. And that'll be at Rough Trade, which we played in Nottingham, which we played there a few times before. It's in February, so the hope is, that's more likely to happen than if it was before February, but There's a chance that might happen. But we haven't got anything other than that, really.
I think we've kind of been sort of taking the time to sort of find our feet again as a group, and sort of, you know, like write some music together, get like a little bit of a catalogue going, because like sort of worst thing to do is just release all your music and then you're like, know what, you know,
So aside from the band stuff, like we've all just moved into a new house, we've all got new jobs or like starting new uni courses. So it has been kind of a kind of issue of getting settled personally. So it has been more about just kind of jamming together, writing stuff. We started recording demos, which has been cool. We've got a little homemade studio. And then I think after that, when there's a little more clarity on the situation, as it were, that would be a better time for us to start planning shows, because we have talked about potentially doing a mini tour in the summer. It's just, it's a little difficult to try and plan something like that when you have absolutely no idea what the kind of the world and the music industry is going to look like from that sort of time.
Yeah.
Especially with like how much it fluctuates at the moment. I mean, we're going back and forth down on Monday, aren't we? Kind of. It's really, I think for a smaller band, it's quite difficult. We kind of have no say on anything. We're kind of very much like dictated by what the other people want to do.
Yes, I guess all you could do is kind of, obviously it's really handy living together, but just attempt to be creative and come up with as much new material and then see if you can develop it. How did you manage to deal with the departure of a member? Has that changed things a lot for you, or do you think you're okay moving forward?
It's kind of a long time coming. Like I think we've expected it. Not thinking about. He got a really, really good job in London. It's like a job you can't really turn down. So like, obviously, he's welcome at any time he wants. We still talk to him about every day. He can still do gigs with us. But he got like a job which is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, you can't really turn stuff like that down.
So we knew about it at age. We told us age.
Yeah, we had a meeting in January time, and he didn't like officially leave until
August.
Yeah. So like we had a chat where he said like this was when we decided like we were all going to live together. And he said, like, if this job pulls through, I'm probably not going to do that. And we were all like, fair play, like, if I was getting a job, I would take it.
He's growing up from worse.
We're still
going to bed at 4 a.m. Yes. So,
but we've been quite fortunate in the sense, like, it's been a bit of a mixed bag, but like, obviously not being able to gig is devastating, but at the same time, it means we have plenty of time to like, readjust to losing a member, to having to change lineup and that kind of thing. Like we've sort of discussed that Stroud and I will like alternate between taking over drumming duties, because we have Mark back now from Germany, so we have like sufficient guitar players, like 3 between us. So between like for a little while, me and Stroud will probably drum between us, and then hopefully find someone, because neither of us wants to be behind the drum kit.
No.
Find someone that's
interesting. Send your applications to Blunt on Instagram.
Yeah, this is the job advert for you. Yeah. But to be fair, it sounds like it's kind of ended the best way possible. So that's nice.
Yeah.
And so just before we finish, obviously, because we're here with Bristol Uni Radio, what if you give us a little insight into kind of the Nottingham music scene? As in, do you think, are there a few acts around who all know each other and tour, and are there a few good local venues?
We've lots of good local venues, and we played at a lot of small venues. A lot of the small venues we've now played over the sort of like 2.5 years. The Rough Trade will always be like a good venue for us. Having played there before, it's quite easy to. It's relatively easy to get a gig.
It's decently easy to get into, but it sounds really cool because it's a Rough Trade. We had like Rough Trade. So that's nice. There's the Bodega, which is a great place for, because you can see like all manner of different artists there, like of varying sizes. Like you've got like big artists coming through, and then you've got us playing. So you can get everything from your local bands to kind of big touring artists, which is cool. You've got Rock City, which is like, isn't it voted like the UK's #1 music venue or something? I'm seeing some great shows there. There are some really great local bands. Like I'm not going to do it justice by trying to remember them off the top of my head, because I'll get their names wrong. I don't want to do that. But I will say shout out to what's his name? What's his name? Elliot Williams. Oh, I saw him yesterday when he came into my bar.
Just
shout out to
edit that.
I want to say shout out to Eddie Williams because he's really great. He is like we played with him. But who else we played with?
Mega Hat. So we've kind of got like a friendship going with a band called Mega Hat from Leeds. They're really, really good. And a band called Lucid from Sheffield. And when this is all over, we're going to like do a little mini tour in Sheffield, Leeds, and not district tour, like a Peak District tour.
Yeah.
And he's playing in Sheffield, play here. We get on really well with them, which is quite nice. And it's nice just to experience different cities as well, because we kind of need to get on Nottingham.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's great about the Nottingham music scene is there's kind of like steps almost. You have these sort of small venues that gradually get bigger, and they're kind of quite achievable. So obviously, I mean, like Rough Trade's maybe like one of the early ones, and then you go to Bodega, and then you've got Rescue Rooms, and then Rock City. And you can kind of track your progress as a band by where you're at with playing them.
Yeah.
That's quite good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, we definitely hope to see you in Bristol sometime soon as well, once you finish your little Peak District tour. Cool. Well, I think that's all we've got time for. But thank you for the brilliant session and for the chat. And again, yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing you in Bristol at some point soon, and good luck in the future.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Stay safe.